bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke.
Ready to go?
We've got an Eastern Conference battle of love from their Knicks. They just couldn't come out on pulls them even in the season series at 1-1. This game will be hard fought on both sides, no doubt.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Tobias Harris. Jarrett Jack is out there with Mayo. And it's Young, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Now here's Mayo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Outside Williams. Rebound Brooklyn. This game coming on the Chicago.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
That last basket. Outside Williams. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he's not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Outside Jack. The feed now to Mayo. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And Jack kicks to Mayo. Lopez a screen. A picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And Williams, here we go. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
A moment now to see the numbers for Mayo. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Getting around 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Now here's Williams. O.J. Mayo missing his last shot.
It's really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
6. Jack dishes to Young. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Lopez. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Williams against Mayo. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist from Williams.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Nets trail by 5. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Lionel Hollins. Coach told me they're hoping to overcome the problems a player like Carmelo Anthony presents to defenses. He said Melo's combination of strength, size, and skill set make it very difficult to keep him from scoring each trip down the floor. What he is hoping for is to throw different looks at Melo to keep him out of his rhythm and to try to work from there.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
We have the break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard. Number 1, the Knicks.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Lopez. Flalo comes in for Porzingis, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Brian Roberts. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Anthony, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
Here's Dellavedova. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Bargnani. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Dellavedova kicks to Jack. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jack's got his first points of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Pass to Bargnani. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Knicks lead by 6. And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested in this franchise.
They pulled all the strings to get me here.
Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what stands out to you from New York is out there with Humphries. Then there's a follow, and it's Robertson at the 1 spot. Offensive rebound. Azili gets the bucket. Azili's got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
The Knicks have gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Mayo against Williams. Takes the 3. Bargnani grabs the board.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough.
He hits it from deep. 3 points there from Williams. And now a 10-point Knicks lead. Net shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Let's find out what the test force.
Hey, Kevin.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Jarrett Jack is out there with Mayo. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Young, and it's the power forward. Now here's Williams. Goes up on the high post. That's good on the jump shot. Williams has got his team on the board first here in the second half for New York. Mayo against Williams. Mayo, the pass to Jack. Lets it go from the wing. And the shot falls short this time.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
From the wing. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Young outside. Takes a shot at the elbow. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Young's got his second basket of the night.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
And stolen by Williams. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against the Charlotte Hornets.
And, guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at him wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Nets trail by 14. Jack dishes to Lopez. Passes to Mayo. The three. Again, Mayo missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter.
Play for him
Post.
over the last month. Averaging about 49 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Azili's checked in for Lopez. Flalo comes in for Porzingis. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Brian Roberts.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Williams' shot is off. Nets trail by 16. The dish to Mayo. There's the pick. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the line for him here. And he knocks down the first one.
The last matchup against the Hornets was superb. He finished with 57 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball whole.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Gary Neal's checked in for New York. Here's Dellavedova. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Dellavedova. They set the pick. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Mayo kicks to Bargnani. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn.
Well, they're not shooting as hope to this half. I'd really like to see them try to work it around more and find the open man. I mean, that's one offensively. Make